welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We stand here in front of a Miners Guild where we do a Miners quest for Heavensward, just like with a Botanist Guild quest in a New Game Plus edition, because this is easier for me and yeah, probably better for you as well. And the quest stays the same. Well, Serenia, as I live and breathe, I don't suppose you would be interested in a commission, would you? The guild just received a request from Sellswords in Ishgard. I know how that sounds, but it's a company that's been charged with doing a mineral survey, and they need an expert's eye. Their captain is an Uldan too, one who's familiar with the guild's way of doing things. Now, Ishgard's territory is untamed and dangerous, but it's worth it to go where no miner has gone before, and I urge you to accept. The net can supply proof that you're a genuine guild member if you do. Lynette, you can help me? I take it you're the one to explore the mineral wealth of Ishgard? Excellent. Well, the mercenaries who sent for you are employed by one of the high houses. These papers will serve as proof of your position. As you would technically be employed by House Fortemps, I think the courteous thing to do is to go to their manor and speak with a knight. Best of luck to you. Not Madonna, we want to go to Curvers. Now, technically that knight should recognize me, as I am, since the beginning of Heavensward, a ward of House Fortemps, but he doesn't. What brings an adventurer to our doorstep? Of course, the expert from a Miners Guild. Welcome, Miss. Welcome. You're one of a very few outsiders with the honor of serving House Fortemps. Indeed, the Count has but recently seen fit to hire foreign sellswords for their experience and knowledge of other lands. You're to work with Oschon's raiders, one such company under our banner. Their captain, Heimerick, can be found between jobs at the Forgotten Knight. No doubt he's enjoying the excellent ale. So let's introduce ourselves to the captain. Here will one come to help us with a mineral survey. Pleasure to have you, my friend. I'm Heimerick, captain of Oschon's raiders. He'll like working with us. Me and the lads, we take pride in what we're doing. Wars are lost for want of resources as often as want of valor, and we can't all be dragon slayers. Bad attitudes won us the Count's trust, so when the jobs come down from House Fortemps, I'm the one who decides how they get done. Which is to say, my word is the only one that matters. Are you willing to take orders from me? Good lass. 'Cause I'll keep you clear of monsters and the like. But trouble's got a nasty habit of finding us raiders. A time might come when you've got to swing that pickaxe in self-defense. There's all manner of wild beasties out there. Leave them to the captain and me. You just worry about not pissing your bitches. Excuse me, Serenia. He's just young and stupid. Very, very stupid. He's so new to his life he's almost got eggshells stuck to his fat little head. So we call him Hatchling. Captain got fun nicknames for all of us. Tradition, he calls it. So, what's yours, Tobias? You're a professor or something, right? So, what about Professor? Bloody simple, isn't it? And that'll make for easy remembering. Alright, Professor it is. And that wraps up your initiation. We have nothing to do for the time being. A job will come from House Fortemps soon enough, though. So make yourself ready for when it does. We continue at level 53, which I am for a long time. Professor, joining me for a cup of ale? Then what do you say to a barrel? Hello? Professor, we got a job from House Fortemps. Are you ready for your first out with the raiders? Good, good. We're going to survey the Western Highlands and see if we can't find a vein of mithrite. I'll need you to dig samples from the area and see if there's enough pure ore to mine proper. We meet at the south end of Black Iron Bridge. Me and the lads will go ahead and clear out some of the monsters before you get there. Don't keep us waiting too long. Okay, so Western Highlands it is. And we only muscles, hatchling and Timeric have names. It's your first time out, Professor. Don't mug it up. You're the one called Professor? Glad you joined us, Professor. Lads, stop up your gobs. Hatchling, keep watch. I don't want anything taking us unawares. Muscles, scout out what routes could be used for taking the hole back to Ishgard. I want the pros and cons of each, too. All of you, keep up your guard. Don't get cocky. That goes double for you, Hatchling. Professor, start digging for mithrite down by Gorgania Holding. Come back here when you've pulled a few bits of ore out of the ground. 10 chunks will prove a poor mithrite in those outcroppings, and that'll be enough for House Fortemps to develop the area. Now, raiders, to your duties. Okay, you heard the man. Gorgania Holding. Bit further to the north. Actually, quite a bit further. And the other guys. Mithrite is a hidden item, right? Yes, from Heavensward onward, there are hidden items that just don't show up in every gathering point. And for some reason, these quests love them. Thank you. Stupid of me. My own failure. Could have finished that here, but oh well. Now this is a lot easier for me since I'm over leveled and already have the Storm Blood upgrades. So normally you would have to try with at most 45% in, high quality chance, so that can take a while. Have you found 10 bits of choice mithrite? Can't go home till you do. I'd say it was worth the trouble of hiring a proper miner from Ulda. Captain, we got wounded. Muscles, get him to Falcon's Nest. Camp Rivers meets closest, but that's more trouble than it's worth. Surveying sounds like a safe enough task when you got an army. But we don't have an army. It is a miracle we didn't lose any men this time round. But that's a sword's lot, isn't it? See, knights are brave, honorable people, all competing to see who's bravest and most honorable. They throw themselves into dragon's fire to win honor in the eyes of the high houses. But not a one of them jump for this kind of work, so they find someone what's willing to do it and pass it off to them. Sometimes that's their own men, and sometimes it ain't. Captain, are you saying one of ours could have been killed because the nobles think themselves too bloody good for the work? Aye, that's the long and short of it. But hatchling, I'm the one who offered up the raiders' services. The work's dangerous, but we win favor doing it. And House Fortemps, they're fair-minded folk. They will give us better when the time comes. But to get it, we got to be able to pull our swords forward, no matter what. That's how you become successful as a sellsword. Shite business, if you ask me. If you can get out, by all means, get out. None of my lads came to this life willingly. Some drifted into it, others came tumbling down up to it. There's one that took to crime and lost his home. Another lost a lover and needed a new home. There's only one breed of strays I don't take. Them who want a place to die. They're bad for business and bad for the company. So tell me, hatchling, why are you here? I came because I want glory and a name. I want to win myself one of them. Wrong sort and place for you then. But I keep you. You're not half bad with a blade. Well, let's get back to Ishkat. I'd kill for a hot bowl of soup after this cold. You heard the man. Seems our wounded lads will make a full recovery, Professor. Fast enough to join us the next time out, even. Really, I'm blessed to have this lot. Hell's even hatchling's a better sword than I was at his age. Anyway, keep owning your instincts, eh? Our next job will like be harder and dirtier than this one. And you want to be sharp for it. Breaking ground as a miner, you learn Stone Whisperer 5. Professor, I was just looking for you. Tell me, where do you find quality titanium? Maybe I should start at the beginning. House Fortemps is to take the van in a new offensive against the Dervanians, alongside the Temple Knights. It is a risky gambit, and they need the very best gear to succeed. Blades that won't blunt against dragon scare, and armor that'll withstand Dervanian claws. Normal metal just won't cut it. Which takes me back to titanium. The smithies tell me it's the only metal that'll serve, and they need a proper reserve to armor all the knights. So do you happen to know where you might find a goodly vein of ore? Your expression telling me you don't. Well, good thing I'm prepared then. Here, this is a sample of pure titanium ore. Take that to your guild master and see if she can tell you anything. Okay, back to Uldarin. To ask Adalberta. Serenia? God, it feels like an age since we last spoke. Tell me, how are you enjoying prospecting up north? You must have a tale or two. Can you tell me where I could find more of this? More of the same quality titanium as this? Why does no one ever just come to visit with me? All work and no play for the guildmaster. Let me take a look, Adalberta. There's something about this here sample. Work, work, work. Is that all you can think of? Gods, the two of you. Fine, take it. Serenia, you're in need of a location to mine more of the same quality, yes? The thing is, I've seen this same ore before. It was back when I was little more than a cub. Someone brought it to Father for appraisal. A hunter who found it while working with Ravanian forelands. Father had never seen its like before, but he recognized it as titanium. I tell you, this sample is a spitting image of that one. I'm glad you were looking so closely, White Gully. I remember now. Deep Canyon did tell me of that ore, and said it was extremely pure. And if a hunter found it in the Ravanian forelands, the reserve may well be there. That said, titanium is rare, and the hunter may have just found it by chance. But go and see what you can dig up. If you do find a vein, maybe that'll help settle my debt to you. Given all I owe you for helping with my father, I'm hoping I've been of help to you. Yeah, we saved his father from his own stupid mistake. Okay, not directly to the forelands, first to Ishgard. Okay, I heard around. Professor, have you found anything? Indeed, Ravanian forelands. The Ravanian forelands, eh? Then the deposit like to be in the Chocobo forest. Hunters don't leave the area for fear of dragons. Cause 2 chunks of titanium don't mean a proper load. But it's a good lead, and I'm willing to bet on it. Tis time to summon the lads. We see you in Chocobo forest, Professor. And that is where the titanium is. Once more hidden. He was waiting for you, Professor. Good, that's a lot of us raiders. The lads have all got their orders, so let's get to it. Captain, I don't understand. Why aren't you having the raiders would know the lay of the land guard our flank? Why? Why? That's a good question, actually. Muscles, you take the parameter. Alright, Professor, you know the drill. If you can find 10 samples of quality titanium hereabouts, that will prove another good load of ore beneath these trees. Hatchling, hang back with me. I need a runner if I need to change my orders. Now let's move out. As I said, titanium is once more hidden. So let's see if you're lucky. We are. Normally this takes a long while. I believe I spent 40 minutes here before I was finished. Because I just couldn't find high quality. But I believe I had 50-60 normal titanium by then. Have you found the 10 chunks? Can you find them? You rightly earned your pay today, Professor. This ore proves there's a load of titanium here worth mining. And the lads have come through with little more than a scratch on them. I left my head held high when I tell the Count. Slow down, Captain. Muscles ain't come back yet. Said he was going to clear the road home and went off on his lonesome. I've given Masters leave to do as he sees fit. The man's never been beat by monsters or men, and his service record is spotless. He can handle himself just fine. Why do you keep me on a bloody leash then? I've never been beaten by monsters either. Aye, and if that holds true for 10 name days, I'll think on it. But if I let you off the leash now, you'd like to get killed. You're just too young, hatchling. Says you, Captain. The monsters are no more. They will not come again for a time. That's a good man. Now, let's get back to Ishgard. House Fortemps was right pleased with what we did today, and that thanks is owed to you. My raiders are running like a proper army these days. Everyone understands their place and does their duty. I, even hatchling. The lad's got a bright future, if I can buff the edges of him. Young, eh? Bunch of cocky asses. I've seen more than a few lose their lives over stupid quarrels of honor. Not worth worrying over that, is it? Anyway, Professor, there'll be new work coming. Till then, just keep on mining. Luck of a mountaineer. This is visibility down here. When you have 3 high-quality gatherings in succession, you can reveal hidden items. That can be useful, but rarely. Really. Anyway, until next episode, when we continue, the miner, I am Ace, and don't get lost.